Hello and a very good day everyone. So now we will learn how we can construct a dashboard in this particular file. So this is a file of variance analysis where we can refer to list of departments, division A, B, C and D, and each department has their own expenses like salaries, computer expenses, office stationery. So now each expenses they have the budgeted expenses and also the actual expenses. So now how we can create an interesting and exciting dashboard in this file. Okay, so let's get started. So in this particular data, we have this data. So first thing is we need to transform this to a pivot table. So when I press Ctrl A, I'm highlighting the entire data. Then I go to Insert, I go to Pivot Table, a box will appear. So this box will ask us where is the pivot table that we would like to create, either in a new worksheet or an existing worksheet. So I'll just go to a new worksheet, click OK. So now we will be navigated to a new worksheet. And of course, we do have two additional ribbons, pivot table analyze, design. And on the right hand side, we do have the pivot table fields. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the department on the filter, and I want to put the expenses on the rows so it appears on the rows, and I just want to put the budget expenses and followed with the actual expenses. So this is our data. Okay, all right, the next step is what I'm going to do is I just want to create, want to upkeep the numbers. So there's numbers over here, so I press right click and then I go to format cells and then accounting, no symbol, and zero decimal places. Right, there you go. So now we can interpret the number easily. So with this we can actually in fact create some graph as well. Okay, but then at the same time I'm going to copy this pivot table, put it over here. Okay, and I just want to remove the expenses, so now you have this over here. Okay, so with this we can actually create some kind of visualization or dashboard. Okay, but before that I'm going to rename this to pivot table. Now I'm going to create a new tab and I'm going to rename this as the dashboard. So this is the dashboard that will be presenting to the clients, stakeholders or the top management. So as usual, you need to have the title so that your manager can understand what's the title of the report. So I'm going to create a merge and I want to put your financial performance. Okay, and then of course over here I'm just going to go here, pivot table analyze, insert slicer, and just I want to create the department only. So I create the department, I press OK. So I press OK. So this is your slicer, and I press right click, report connection. So I want to connect pivot table 1 and pivot table 2. So I just connect these two. I press OK. So I'm going to cut this, Control X, go to the dashboard, Control V. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just want to create some shapes, insert shapes, maybe a rectangular shapes. So rectangular shapes over here, and I press Control D over here and Control D over here again. So now we have the rectangular shapes. Okay, maybe I'll just put some adjustment, maybe somewhere here, and somewhere here. Okay, so this is our data, and then I'm going to name this as, we put here as budget. Okay, budgeted expenses, maybe name this as FY 2022 budget expenses, center, middle, bold. Let's do the same thing. So this one will be actual expenses, and I'm going to copy this, put it over here, and I'm name this as variance. Okay, variance. So I'm just going to put this. Okay, so this one let me upkeep. Okay, so it looks good, and yeah, there you go. All right, so this is the data, so I'm going to put this equal. Okay, I'm going to put at cell A18. Okay, maybe somewhere here. So A18. Okay, so this thing over here, and then I'm going to put this one equal cell a B18. Okay, so I just want B18. Okay, the variance is actually the difference between your budget and also your actual. Okay, so I'm just going to put here A18 minus B18, you get your variance. So your variance over here, and then this variance show that your budget is actually greater than your actual. So I just want to put here, okay, so insert, go to symbol, okay, be Arial black and some symbols. Okay, so Arial black, and then I go to the box drawing. I'll just insert this arrow box, up arrow. Okay, I'll just insert this, and I'll also insert down arrow, insert. Okay, so I'm going to insert here and I put it over here. So I just press this X over here and X over here. So if this is more than 0, which is positive, then it should be up arrow. Otherwise, it should be down arrow. Okay, so this is how it looks. And then I also want to include the percentage as well. So the variance over the budget, which is A18. Okay, so A18, and then I'm going to put this absolute. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay, let me just press this. Alternate H. Okay, alternate HP. So it's a percentage. So this is how it looks. So it shows that there is about 13% of the savings. So you have some that it's maybe underutilized, and also it's 13% underutilized. Okay, so now I'll go to the dashboard. Okay, and I'll just press here equal. I'll put here D18. Okay, so you have this, and let me upkeep this. Maybe I'll just put here center, middle, and make the font bigger. Okay, and I'll just choose dark blue, white color font, and bold. I'll just format paint this, and also paint this. So now this is our data. So if just say I click division A, so you notice this is our data. If I click division B, this is our data. Division C, this is our data. Okay, all right. So but before that, I need to upkeep this, whereby I press Control 1, I go to custom format, and I just go to data over here. Okay, I'm just want to remove this negative, put it open bracket, open bracket. Okay, so now if just say I press division B or division A, it shows a negative, which is open bracket and close bracket. So this is how it looks. So there you go. Okay, so this is our data, but now let me make it something interesting, something fascinating as well. Okay, so what I can do is I just go to raw data pivot table, and I want to put this sign over here. So what I can do is I insert another shape, a square box over here. Okay, so I'll just insert this, and I go to pivot table, equal this sign and this percentage. Okay, so you have the up arrow and the percentage. Of course the text doesn't appear, so what we can do is text open bracket, and I want to put apostrophe hashtag percentage close apostrophe close bracket. So now this is how it looks. Okay, and then what I can do, I press here equal, and I put this. Okay, so the same thing, I'm just going to make it middle, center, and I'll just put black color, and I make it bigger and big as well. Okay, and then no fill, and shape format no fill. Okay, so this is how it goes. So when I put division A, you notice that it is overutilized by 41%. If I put division B, it is underutilized by 56%. So this is the performance. And of course, you can actually create some story. Okay, that means you can say here, there is a variance of RM, and then maybe I'll just put this and this. Of course, this text doesn't appear properly, so I can put this text, and I put here comma, apostrophe, hashtag, comma, hashtag. So close apostrophe, close bracket. Okay, there you go. So I want to insert another shape, a longer shape, a square box, and there you go. Okay, so equal, and I put it over here. So you have this. Let me make it bigger. It's too big. So middle and center. Okay, and let me change the shape. So I'll put this as maybe dark blue, no outline, and white font. Okay, so this is in what it looks. And the data over here, what I'm going to do is I just double click this. Okay, so I just want to change the name. Okay, so maybe I just put this a space. Okay, double click this. I remove the name. So you have, this is how it looks. All right, so I'll just press play the chart, alternate F1. So this is your chart. I right click this, hide all field, and then maybe I'll just create some data table. So this is how it looks. And then yeah, so I'm just gonna cut this and I'm gonna paste it over here. Okay, of course I'm this can't see, and there you go. Okay, so this is your data. I'm going to remove the grid lines, and this is how it looks. Okay, and at the same time I also want to automate the function as well. So I'm going to put this, remove, so it becomes all. So copy this, paste as value. So if all is equals this, then it should be ABC Sedian Berhad or private limited. And then I put this false means this. There you go. Okay, so the dashboard will show that equal, I go to the apostrophe, equal apostrophe of apostrophe, and go to the pivot table. I put here ABC Sedian Berhad. So you have here financial performance of ABC Sedian Berhad. I'll put a space, and there you go. So I'll make it bigger. Okay, so just right click and just change the form. There you go. So I'll also go to view, remove the grid lines. So this is your data and this is your presentation. Okay, so maybe just let me keep this again. This one I'll just try to make it closer, and this make it closer. All right, so there you go. So now if just say I want to know the performance of division A. So the division A shows that the budget is 24,000 while the actual expenses is 34,000. So thereby creating a variance of 10,000 or overutilization by 41%. And if just say you want to upkeep this, what you can do is you can actually go to pivot table and you can actually create an absolute over here. That meaning to say absolute, and there you go. Okay, so now it looks better. There is a variance of 10,000. If I click division B, it looks 19,000, and you can analyze the expenses. What is the budget, what is the actual, and what's the variance as well. So this is our dashboard.